couple crypto people have said 460,000. Your $10,000 is worth $429,000.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Today, super special topic, and that is I want to touch on balancer pools. Balancer pools are a great way to earn passive income, especially in a bull market when things are going up, and to do it with a lot less risk than chasing ERC20s. Now, the specific pool I want to talk about is the official Bankroll pool, which is WBTC, Balancer, and WETH. That doesn't mean we own the pool. That means that the Bankroll founder, BT, created this pool because he thought it was the best mix of assets that had a good return and a good balance. See, the key to a good balancer pool is you have to have a nice balance of tokens that trade within ranges and complement each other. If you throw crappy tokens in there, your ETH or your WBTC can get drained, so it is absolutely critical to have good solid tokens. Now, and another thing, these are tokens that you can sleep at night. You know, how many times have you held a bag and you're just like checking the price on DEX tools every 5 minutes, worried about it going up, going down, whales dumping on you, etc., etc. Well, I do believe I'm really liking this pool and the results that I've gotten in the first couple weeks that I've been in there. And let's talk about it. First and foremost, if we go over to pools.vision, we can see this pool, it was at like 50-some%. Now it's at 66%. The key magic to that is your pool has to have some balancer in it, and you get bonus rewards. Okay, so by having that balancer token in there, it boosts it up. And actually, balancer is outperforming BTC today, and these have a methodology of pushing on each other and balancing out to do that. Now, what if there's a dip on balancer? If there's a dip on balancer, the balancer factor actually multiplies it up even higher. So as you can see, the balancer multiplier is 8.77. Okay, vote, token list, and cap factors, etc., etc. So in essence, this pool right now has about $500,000 in it. The minter of balancer actually sees more because of the bonus shares. Now, 66%, that's APY. But you know me, I am a data guy, so of course I have to do one of my classic Cryptoslo spreadsheets. So let's look at it. That's probably a little high. Let's look at this in my spreadsheet with the 10K investment equally divided among BTC, WETH, and Balancer. I do realize that BTC mooned up a little bit today, and we can actually update some of those prices actually in real time. Here we go. So we've got 2761, 622, 2763, and then finally rounded out with balancer. Okay, 1375. All right. So looking at the data, let's maximize this. We have our week 1 zero principal of 10K, and then you have to break that up into 3 equal parts, or you can use the single asset methodology to go into the pool. But know that there is, when you add liquidity and you use the single asset, you are subject to a trading fee of the pool, which would be 1%. So if I put in $100, it would cost $1 in trading fees. So that's the single asset method, and you can use any 3 of the tokens. Now, if you use multi-asset, that means that you go out to Uniswap 1inch and you go ahead and secure those tokens, and then you add them as a multi-asset. When you use multi-asset, you don't pay the fee, which is a slicker way to get into it. So at the current APY, okay, you can see what happens. But the magic that I'm going to talk about is hyper compounding the APY. So that is assuming, number one, you like BTC, you like ETH, you like Balancer, okay? So why not take your weekly rewards and reinvest in the pool and hyper compound? That is called hyper compounding. So if I just sat back and did nothing, I would get that 1.27%. Now, if I take and add the interest to my principal, so in this case you can see $127 interest, I would re-add that into principal, and then my principal goes, and this is called hypercompounding. Hypercompounding is when you take your yield and you reinvest it back into the system. So blah, 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 we go down, boom. Here's the end of the year, and here's your token counts. Okay, so you can see I almost doubled my money in 1 year, and I got a hyper compound APY of 93.63%, which is ridiculous. Right? Is your 401k paying that? And you can sleep at night. Now, is there any guarantee that these yields will still continue to stay so high? No, it could change, and if it does, you can make the choice to get out of the pool. So that's from that risk standpoint. Now you're like, well, what about the contracts being audited and stuff? Balancer is considered to be one of the safest places to put the contracts, put your tokens into. Now, is there insurance coming? I have heard ramblings that Balancer will be adding insurance to protect against hacks. The nice thing I like about Balancer is it's not a vault. I tend to stay away from DeFi that has vaults because they're usually cross-platform and there's a high risk of getting hacked. So we've already covered the bases. Hyper compounding in a solid Balancer pool with solid quality tokens can yield almost 100% APY. 100%, okay? Now, here's where the magic happens. Let's talk appreciation, okay? So, Bitcoin is here, WETH is here, Balancer is here. So what I've done, now, these are my week 52 token counts. So those are going to stay the same down the spreadsheet all the way to 52, okay? But here is the magic. The magic is appreciation. In our original calculations, where we weren't assuming bull run statistics and the fact that these assets can grow in price as you own them, okay? So let's just look at 100% appreciation, okay? That puts Bitcoin at 41K, and now your total portfolio is $38,000 after a year. So let's rewind. That was with a 10K investment, and now you have the potential for 38K in that same year. Okay, so this is where it gets like double hyper compounded, which is absolutely insanity, assuming Bitcoin keeps going up. Let's take Bitcoin 100K. I made that prediction in one of my videos. Okay, we'll just say right here. All right, $92,000. Okay, people, $92,000 from $10,000. That's almost 10x when you're just sitting back and chilling, okay? So, I mean, it doesn't take rocket science. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Now, let's say it goes to, I know that a couple crypto people have said $460,000. Your $10,000 is worth $429,000 from a $10,000 investment. $429,000. So absolutely insane. So everybody knows that DeFi is all about yield, and in my opinion, this pool is just got absurd APYs for the current market, and then we're stacking that on top of Bitcoin running up in a bull run. That just makes this a complete no-brainer to have some of my stack in these pools to be accumulated. As always, you want to diversify. I wouldn't say put all of your stack in here, number one, and number two, make sure you have good security with what you put into Balancer. Personally, you might want to create a new clean wallet, a new address on your Ledger or other hardware wallet, and interact with MetaMask only to Balancer, and don't use that MetaMask for anything else. No crap tokens, no ICOs, no pre-sales, nothing like that, because we have seen a couple hacks, phishing schemes lately with MetaMask. So be very careful when you're going in large on any one type investment. Now, as always, DYOR, not financial advice. This is what I am doing. Is there a possibility of a Balancer hack? Absolutely. Is it probable? Not really. So otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Obviously, I've been in this space for a long time, and Balancer is a very proven platform, in my opinion. But as always, I definitely encourage you to do your own research. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's Balancer pools and how I think Balancer pools can make you wealthy going into the bull run. I'll be sure to leave my link down below if you want to check out the pool. Right now there's a little over 500,000 in it, plus you get the trading fees as well. And I know one of the questions is, what about impermanent loss? Honestly, if you're putting in a bigger bag, you really don't have to worry about it that much. It could happen, but it's just going to notch a little your interest rate off, which really isn't a concern because it's all yield anyways to begin with. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.